Good morning. Today we are finishing up the sink, hopefully, installing the switch to turn on and off the motor, hooking up all the lines, and then I guess testing it out, and I think that's it. Maybe working on putting up some more ceiling tiles. I think that sounds like a good idea. So let me show you a few things that we're gonna do here. Alright, so these two lines go directly to the sink. Typically you would have a cold water and you would have a hot water, which I guess is kind of obvious. I don't have that, so what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna combine these into one line. That way, no matter what position the sink is in, it should still feed. Picked up this compression coupling. Major thanks to Chris at the Big Orange Box store in Pelham, Alabama. He helped me figure out exactly what I need. This came with a bunch of extra components, but the main thing I wanted was this 3/8 inch male to male coupler. And then I have this valve adapter here. And so what we'll do is we will thread this coupler onto the female end here and then connect both the cold and the hot water line to these two male ends here. And then from there, this will roll into this giant cable here. So I'm using the longest and then, longer hoses here so that I have more pressurized water in the lines so I can turn this off when I don't really need it. So let's say it's like in the middle of the night, go to use the restroom, come out to wash my hands. The water in these lines should be enough to wash my hands without having to turn the pump on and make a lot of noise. Bear in mind, this massive pump here is supposed to power an entire RV's supply of water. So going to like a hot water heater, going to a shower, all that. And I'm just using it for a sink. Okay, forgive the mess, but everything is done. Well, I mean, except for putting a fuse in and trying it out. But here I have sound dampening underneath the motor here because the motor's going to make noise when it runs. These two wires go to the fuse box, the fuse relay, I guess. So all the black wires connect here, and then this one goes to the switch. I'll show you that in a second. The red power wire goes independent by itself to the switch, and then the red wire coming from the pump itself goes independently to the switch as well. So you can kind of see that right there. Sorry, it's hard for me to see. It's a weird angle. Here you can see all of this has been kind of put together very haphazardly, and then this line is the one that runs to the actual pump itself. These two are the different water temperatures, I guess, so to speak, that run to the top. This is the faucet, and that's a weight that pulls it down and keeps it taut. The switch is out here, so I can turn it on and off as I need it. Right now it is currently off. We're gonna go ahead and do a test run in a second here. This is the tube itself, and I put a hole in here and it fits pretty well. I saw online, I don't know if it was Stu the Bus or Angry Pickle or whatnot, but some people had it where their faucet could swing out and they could use it as a shower there. So this, I did the same thing. So that's how we're gonna test out the water today and make sure everything is up and running. Okay, moment of truth. It's running, but no water's coming out here, and the pump is supposed to be self-priming, so I'm not sure what's going on. So I just realized I forgot to put this strainer up here, so I think I'm gonna have to move this over. A little bit of trial and error gave me my answer why this isn't working. I thought it might have to do with the vacuum seal. In here, where this rotates, it's not pressurizing properly. Also in here, I'm wondering if maybe I should go ahead and put some Teflon tape. And then also here, where it connects to the actual pump itself, I'm gonna put Teflon tape as well. Well, it's still not working 100%. In the meantime, some dude went to came and parked next to me. It was just Eden. I have no idea why. People always park next to me when I'm in the bus. The seals seem to be okay. I don't see any leaks anywhere, which is great news. However, I'm having issues feeding. Now, when I put the pipe like this on, I'll show you. There we go. Okay. So that's with it running. When I put the pump like this, it seems to do a little bit better. Well, it was doing better. I think right now the water level is just getting a little lower. I think maybe I need longer pipe and I need to kind of offset it a little bit. But this is all just theory. This is all theory. I am just trying it out the other side, so there's a little bit more pipe in there, and also there's less of a curve. That looks pretty good. Now I wish it would feed a little bit better. For some reason it's like there's air bubbles in it or something. I just don't understand. The only thing that I can really think of is that maybe there's air getting in at the actual fill, like the gallon should be airtight. So if that's the case, I can probably get some gasket material from one of the big box stores to go ahead and put inside. I don't think they have any at this store that I'm in front of right now. So it looks like it's a trip in our favorite rocket ship. I had to go move some stuff because there's a showing back at the house, but I went ahead and got a fitting that had just 3 of these, so it was like a T-stop with just the nipples, I guess, and used that as weight inside of the water containers, because I thought maybe that was the issue. Maybe the tube was just kind of rising too much. I think what the problem is this fitting itself. So I have one of these on it already, and you see how it just rotates, and well, maybe you don't. Basically rotates and swivels there. You can kind of see it there. I think because it's just cheap plastic, that's what the problem is stemming from. Stem, get it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get a metal one, see if that works. I feel very silly about this, but it turns out that all it needed to work was the little knob that I was showing you earlier wasn't on tight enough, and that's where the air was coming in. And I didn't have to buy a new component or anything, I just had to twist it on better and make sure it worked properly. Okay, so now to show you, let's come over here. Works perfectly fine. And water container, no leaks or anything, works perfectly as well. It's pretty hot today, so I decided to go ahead and take the rest of today off and actually start editing. So you should start seeing videos from me. Well, I guess this is now in the past, even though I'm filming it now. So you will have already started seeing videos, but just so you know, I started editing them today, which is, I believe, August 5th. Okay, so let me show